everyone. Welcome to another storytelling time episode with your girl, Real Talk with Bumi. And to all my subscribers, let me say a huge thank you to you. Thank you very much for watching my videos. Thank you very much for sticking around with me on this channel. I do appreciate you and I celebrate you. And to all my first timers, if you're watching this video for the first time, if you're seeing this channel for the first time, please comment, leave me a comment, say first time here, leave me something, let me be able to appreciate you. And please, if you love what you see, consider to subscribe on this channel and let's rock it all together. Thank you very much. And do not forget, every of my subscribers, please turn on your notification bell. In that way, you can know when I post a video and you will be among the first people to see the video. Anyways, thank you to everyone once again. Today, guys, I'm so excited because today we have an episode I called From Grass to Grace Stories. Let me give you a little background. A friend of mine, my American colleague, told me and said, Bumi, I love your channel, I love your stories, but sometimes when I leave your channel, I'm always crying because, the people's story always touch me. Is it possible you can give me some happy stories? I said, girl, you are just ahead of me. You just kind of jumped ahead of me. I said, yes, I'm working on that. I'm working on happy stories. It's not every time story of how a husband beat a wife or something happened to one child or something, or somebody cannot pay this or that. I said, girl, I'm bringing you happy stories as well. I'm bringing you grass to grace stories. And today, it's one of its kind. Where we have someone share their story, a journey. Someone they thought could never amount to anything. Someone that the people made her to believe that our life was worthless, but today she's doing amazingly well. I'm going to let you hear the story from the horse's mouth, but let me let you know that if you do have a story, a grass to grace story, a story to inspire others, please, come on, what are you doing with that story? Come on to Real Talk with Bumi and let's share that story to inspire the world. So today, without further ado, I have my girl in the house. She's going to be sharing a story. And let me say thank you. Anyways, I will come to that at the end of the video. I will tell you about that. So let me bring her on. Shout out to my girl, Jenny Toder. Come on. Give it up to her. Yes, sir.
Hi, Bunmi. This is Jenny Toder. And I'm here to tell you my story. Actually, to think about what I've been through, and where I'm at right now, I just give God glory for being with me. When I think about my story, in the past it did hurt, but now it doesn't. I don't know. But I hope that it encourages someone to believe that God is always there for you. If you should call on Him, He will answer you. And every test that you're going through will one day be a testimony if you hold on till the end. When I was little, since I was little till I came to the US, I was bullied by friends in school, and basically everyone around me except my family thought that I was dumb. Everyone around me except my family thought there was nothing that could come out of me that was positive. Even when I gave a suggestion, so far as it's coming from me, it was dropped. It wasn't taken serious, and it was so much that I ended up believing that, I think they're right. I probably am dumb. I'm not intelligent enough. So, I stopped getting angry at them because I felt that they are just saying what they see. And besides, I also started feeling that way, that they were right. But I'll give you an example. When I was in high school, I got punished for almost no reason. There were a lot of things that I got punished for that didn't make sense. You know, I've been a Christian all my life, and what I enjoy doing is sharing the word of God and, touching lives and singing. So an incident happened in school, and if you went to school in Africa, you probably will be familiar with this. Um, every student who was in the boarding house, the high school, um, basically had every fresh year student had a school mother, and with the school mother, some of them were nice to their school sons and daughters, others weren't. My school mother was, I think she was a dorm prefect at that time. So a lot of people looked up to her. And because they looked up to her, she just felt like she had to, like have a standard, you know. She didn't like people saying bad things about me. So if anybody came to complain to her that I did something wrong, instead of her asking me, she wouldn't. She'd just lash me or whip me, beat me up. And it was normal, in high school, in the sense that in Africa, some seniors punish their juniors or their school sons and daughters. They're basically like, they act like the mother in your life, when you're in school. So there was a time I was talking to a senior, one of my seniors, it was a guy, and talking to him about Christ, because the life that he was living, wasn't a Christ-like, life, and I felt to talk to him about it. He was my friend, so I just thought, there's nothing wrong with me talking to him about it. And it was a rule in the school that when you have lights out, because in Africa we do have a lot of lights out, so when you have lights out and you are in the prep room, kind of studying, the girls, because we do it on campus, the girls have to go back to the dormitory when there are lights out. But I was talking to this thing in the classroom, and it wasn't like prep over yet, but it was light out, and I wanted to finish what I was talking to him about. So I just kept going. I kept talking to him about it, and all of a sudden the lights came on. When the lights came on, there were some of the students on campus who just saw that. They were like, ooh, Jenny's doing something bad, with a senior in the classroom. That news spread throughout the school, and my school mother, who wanted to uphold her reputation, called me out in front of everybody in the dormitory. People were, no, it's like she just called me out. She was sitting in front of the dormitory. Everybody was doing their stuff. Some were washing, some were fetching water and doing all their stuff. And she whipped me real bad. She whipped me without asking what happened, without asking me whether, what they were saying was true. She never did that. She just whipped me, and told me that she doesn't want to hear anything negative about me again. I was like, wow. But that did not deter me. I got punished for no reason. The senior sees me looking at, somewhere she thinks I'm actually looking at her boyfriend, because I felt like some of them were intimidated because of my body. They felt like, I'm going to use my body to snatch their boyfriends. I don't even get it, but that was what it taught, like what some of them taught. So I got punished, times that I'm supposed to be learning, I was scrubbing the classrooms, and these punishments were not just one punishment. I get punished for 3 months, scrub the classrooms every day, like 3 classrooms every day after school. Scrub it every day, scrub the floors. The classrooms weren't small sizes, they were really huge, so I had to scrub it every day for 3 months. And trust me, it didn't stop me from sharing the word of God. But by the time that I'll be done scrubbing, I've already gotten myself in another trouble sharing the word of God with another senior, and then my punishment just keeps increasing. So it doesn't stop. By the time I finished the 3 months, because I just couldn't help it, I just couldn't help it. So by the time I finished one maybe punishment for a month or 3 months, I get myself into another trouble. And then it keeps going. To the point that because everybody saw me to be dumb, I believed it. Everybody saw me to be useless, I believed it. When people tell you something over and over and over since you were little, it gets to you. But when I came to the US, I realized that women have a say. I realized that I wasn't dumb. Besides, whereby people wanted to know what I felt about things. Um people wanted to know me. You understand? I didn't get that opportunity, in Ghana. I'm not saying that's how it is for everybody. I'm just talking about myself. I didn't get an opportunity. So when I came to the US, like, I got that. People wanted to know me. People wanted to hear from me. People wanted to know my opinions on things, which was new and strange, but it felt good. It felt good. I won't lie. But as time went on, God blessed me with favor, and the people who looked down on me back in Africa, people who looked down on me, didn't respect me, didn't like talk to me like I was nothing, they basically started reaching out to me, and when I spoke, they were like, wow, Genevieve, this is a different person. I'm like, it's God. And I built my self-esteem was built. I realized that I wasn't that dumb, and I was encouraged, by my family that I could do it, by my pastor, who told me I could do it, by my pastor friends who told me I could do it. Like, everybody was basically trying to tell me, like, Jenny, look, don't define yourself by what people think you are. Define yourself by who God says you are. It's not about them, it's about you. The Bible tells us to guard our heart. If you allow all the negativity to come inside of you, it's going to break you. But if you don't allow it to come inside of you, you'll be able to do stuff in a better and different way. And I learned to have self-confidence, in everything that I did. So with my ministry, with my music ministry, it all started in Ghana, with Pastor Albert Datson, from Newness International Ministry. He basically was the one who kept pushing me. He kept encouraging me, advising me. He still does. He still pushes me to be better. And when I came to the US, God also blessed me with, other men of God, Prophet Richard Owusu from Gethsemane Ministries International, Reverend Fletcher, also, look, how do you call it? Pastor Ishmael, Pastor Emmanuel, the list goes on and on. Pastor Gabi, and Pastor Sam from Lighthouse International Ministry. And the list keeps going on and on. So I kind of like thank God for that. I thank God for that. And by God's grace, the people who looked down on me, they now look up to me. They now call me for advice. They all want to know what I've got to say concerning issues, that is going on in their lives. And all I can say, that because I never lost hope, I kept pushing to the end. The rejected stone became the cornerstone. By the grace of God, the rejected stone became the cornerstone. So if you don't lose hope, if you keep pushing, it doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter the pain you're going through at the moment. It doesn't matter what people think about you. It doesn't matter what your surroundings is telling you about yourself. All that matters is what God says about you, or how God sees you. Because he said, I know the plans that I have for you, plans of good, not of evil, plans to bring you to a successful end. I hope that, my story is a blessing to someone. I hope someone finds inspiration, from it. And last of all, like what I want to conclude with is that you should find something, if you are in the kind of situation that I'm in, you should find something that is positive, that makes you happy, like a hiding place. If it's prayers, do it. If it is worship, do it. Because anytime people made me feel less of myself, what I did that made me feel good about myself was to sing. Music was my hiding place.
I have seen no one like you, I found no one like you, Lord, who is faithful and so wonderful. You left your throne to the end and died for my sins. I will praise you till the end. Here I did also. Now
Music was what kept me sane. Music was what kept me from committing suicide. Music was what kept me focused. It calmed my heart. When I had issues like that, I worshiped, and it was the worship that made me feel better. When I'm angry, I worship. Some people might say that's insane, but when I'm angry, I worship. And my heart just, it melts me. It breaks down every wall in my heart, and I feel better. So you should find something that is positive. That could be your own little space, your own personal, time, your own personal space that would help you through the dark times. I thank you so much for listening to me. I thank you for, coming on this channel. And I also thank you, Ms. Bunmi, for making this happen. God bless you. I love you. Bye.
All right, Jenny, thank you very much for sharing your story today on this channel. Thank you for gracing, this channel with your beautiful self. And I know that you are an inspiration to some other people that are going through this at this stage of their life. So you have heard it. Are you going through a stage where you think you cannot be somebody, or people are making you to believe the negative about yourself? No, you are not that person. You are a very, very great person. And please believe in yourself. Thank you very much to all my viewers. Thank you for viewing this video. Can I please beg you to share this video? Be an inspiration to somebody. I mean, come on, let's light up the world with positivity. So please go ahead and share this video. Share on your WhatsApp status. Share on your social media pages. It's free to share. You know that, right? Yes, I know you know that. And all right, please turn on your notification bell, all my subscribers. Please make sure your bell is on so that you can always know when I do upload a new video. Thank you very much once again. I do celebrate every one of you. And by the grace of God, I will see you in my next video.